Good morning. I am here to discuss lesson 14 in A Course in Miracles. And today's lesson, I don't know, it struck me kind of weird. It made me feel unsettled, a little emotional, somewhat relieved, but then also like calling bullshit. I don't know. The lesson itself was stated as, God did not create a meaningless world. And it's the reason, according to the chapter here, or the lesson, why a meaningless world is impossible. What God did not create does not exist, and everything that does exist exists as He created it. So the world you see has nothing to do with reality. It is of your own making, and it does not exist. That's a quote from lesson 14. So, the exercise was close your eyes and think of things that upset you, that are uncomfortable, that you're afraid of, things that are happening out in the world, things that you might have personal fears attached to it. For example, the lesson said, God did not create that war, and so it is not real. God did not create that airplane crash, and so it is not real. So on and so forth. And, on one hand, doing the exercise, it's kind of gross to think of all these unsettling thoughts, fears, they just kind of make you feel, they give you the ick, right? You don't really want to admit these fears, especially when they're personal to you. Like I'm saying, God did not create Alzheimer's, and so it is not real. And so in a way that's comforting. My father-in-law has Alzheimer's, my mom had some kind of dementia, my dad has some kind of dementia. It's scary to me, but to state that, and so it is not real, I can see maybe God in the overarching state of things didn't create that condition, because we all create with our mind, and it's just a mind that's not, in one of the earlier chapters of the book, not the lessons, talks about right-mindedness versus wrong-mindedness. Anyway, I said all that to say it's not real in the grand scheme of things. But while we're here on earth in these bodies, I'm sorry, it feels hella real, and it hurts your heart. And it's really hard to do this exercise and be like, yeah, that's not real. I don't know, maybe I'm just emotional today, but I don't know. I'm going to have to sit with this lesson a little bit more.